So where I was locked up at one point in time, the correctional officers weaponized the toilets. Let me explain. And before I go any further, it's not that I don't like correctional officers. There's actually a couple that I call friends. They always treated the guys that were incarcerated with respect, like men, and that's all you ask for. But I do not like the correctional officers that, well, they go outside their job title to administer additional punishment that was not handed down by the judge or courts. Anyways, let's get back into it. That being said, when I was on Sussex 2, there was a particular time where they put timers on our toilets. And let me tell you something. It's already an awkward situation to have to use the toilet with another man inside of the cell with you, which is the size of a bathroom, by the way. That's more reason to stay free and stay out of trouble. But you got to smell the smells. I mean, you can put a towel over your face and all that. And of course, you and your cellie are going to courtesy flush every time you drop one. But let me tell you something. With the timers, what happened was you weren't able to flush twice within 5 minutes, or your toilet flusher would be locked out for 1 hour. And what that meant was if you flushed the toilet twice within 5 minutes and you still had to drop one, it would have to sit in the toilet festering and doing whatever else it wanted to do while it was in there and just wafting into the air. And you and your cellie would have to sit there and experience that until the time was up, and then you were able to hit the toilet and flush it again. Yes, this was a thing. Not to mention, I've done plenty of time, unfortunately, in solitary confinement. And one of the ways that they used to mess with us was simply to turn our water off, specifically from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. most days, and sometimes at night when they knew that the warden or certain staff weren't there. I will tell you that it was a major issue because individuals were having to sit inside of their cells with their feces, etc. And again, it's not good. So back to the toilet timer things. You actually had officers going into the closets at some point in times because they felt like the guys were crying and complaining too much about the timers, and just shutting the toilets off outright and saying, well, you'll flush them when we turn them back on. Yes, this was a thing. And please understand that the correctional officers go through things mentally. They got things going on in life. But man, there are some that come to work every day just to administer darkness and negativity and all the rest. And there were plenty of them on this institution, which is now closed down. Thank goodness and thank God. Moral of the story, the officers, the bad ones anyways, they find ways to weaponize many things, not just the toilets, rec, visits, phone calls. They're quick to snatch things away. And a lot of times, if we'll be honest, they don't even have actual reason. They're just frustrated in a moment from their job. Moral of the story, I'm just educating, man. We're never glamorizing, because we should always strive to stay out of situations like that and stay free. Peace.